All right. We're going to find some equations as aligned. In order to do that, we have to have we have to have the following: a point and a slope. Well, they gave us a point right here on number 8, but they did not give us a slope, but they gave us the information to find the slope. Now, probably the easiest way to find this would just be to subtract the 2x from each side. So you have y equals negative 2x plus 7. And I know then, if I use my point slope slope intercept formula, y equals mx plus b, I know that the slope is negative 2. All right? Now, to find a line parallel to it, I have to have the exact same slope. So if this slope is negative 2 for m1, then m2 has to be what? Negative 2. And now I'm going to go to my point slope formula. Y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. And plug it in, plug it in. All right? So to do that, let's do the following. I'll have y minus y1 right there. 2 equals m, which is negative 2 times x minus negative 3. Now this blue one's not showing up too good. So notice minus negative 3 be the same thing as a plus 3. So I have y minus 2 equals negative 2x. And negative 2 times plus 3 will be minus 6. Add 2 to each side. So y equals negative 2x. Whoops. And negative 6 plus 2 will be 4. So my answer to A, writing it in slope-intercept form, will be y equals negative 2x minus 4. That's the slope-intercept form of that equation. Now notice, let's come here down to this one. In this problem, we're going to do the same thing, so this time we want to find the what? Perpendicular. And notice, I have the same point, but a different what? Slope. The slope is really not given to me, so I need to find it. Now I can get the y by itself, or I'm going to take my little shortcut. M is equal to negative a over b. So that would make 2 negative 2. B is negative 5, which means my slope is 2/5. So for this problem 9, M1 is 2/5. To have the perpendicular slope, I need the negative reciprocal. So basically, what that would mean is to put negative 1 over 2/5, which when you divide by fractions, you multiply by the reciprocal. So you'd have negative 1 times 5 over 2. So my answer turns out to be negative 5 over 2. But what I would do is just flip them upside down and then make it the opposite of what it is. So that was positive, so I'll make it negative. That would be the easiest way to do it. So M2 is a negative 5 over 2. So now I'm going to come back up here and do the same thing I did here. I'm going to use this point y minus y1, which is 2. But this time I'm going to use the negative 5 halves x times x minus the negative 3. So here we go. So we'll have y minus 2 equals negative 5 halves x. Now that's the same as a plus 3, which will make it a negative times that positive 3 will give me a minus 15 halves. And I'm going to need to add 2 to each side. If I add 2 here, it's the same thing as 4 halves. So y will equal negative 5 halves x, and negative 15 plus 4 will be minus 11 halves. So the final answer will be y equals negative 5 halves x minus 11 halves. And that is once again in slope-intercept form. So I'm done, but the key hinged on finding the slope. I could have minus 2x from each side and then divided everything by negative 5, which is exactly what happened here. I move the 2 over, it becomes the opposite of what it is here, so it's negative a divided by that b term, which would have been negative 5. So I don't need the formula, I just need the little slopes. That's why I do the negative a over b.